Okay, hey. So we're here
Hello.
to make Phasma's character for the one shot we're going to do, and possibly longer. Um, the one shot's designed that it can flow into like other stuff afterwards, like other campaigns. I'm going to make a few other single mission one shots that can branch off of this, but I'm going to be running a medium length campaign almost immediately after everything's ready. So anybody who wants to continue playing the one shot gets to jump on that campaign first before we fill in the gaps. And if you like your character enough from here, you could just reuse them into the next campaign. And I see you already put a character name there, which is a baseball guy.
In progress name.
Yeah, yeah. So yours is interesting. Uh, I don't know if any of your fellow players are going to watch this or not, but I feel like we can say what you're planning to do. Mostly because I think this is a good prompt for helping people make characters or make people want to play this game and show how flexible the system is. You are actually making an OC Do Not Steal character based off of the batter from Off. Right, like that's kind of like the idea that we're going with. So this would be cool to show people that you could take a character from like something else and kind of build a character off of them. And then somebody could go change all of the personal details and stuff like that afterwards. But if you just want like an archetype or some reference, you can start there. So your character actually does play baseball, I think. And that's what it seems like, or maybe it's just completely coincidental. I don't even know if baseball is in this world. There are sports for sure. There's an entire vocation that is based off of playing sports. But I'm like, would this world have independently invented baseball? I don't know. But it could just be that like
baseball.
Your character's entire aesthetic just converged onto this thing. You can buy baseball bats from the store, so I guess maybe they did converge onto baseball, right? Or else maybe I have said that all of the equipment right now, everything is just localized names. The same with like all the classes and stuff, and then after we get everything running for the setting, then I'll worry about going back and coming up with like setting original names. So maybe the bat is used for some completely different sport. I don't know yet. But it could be. Yeah. But I have told you what the setting is that we're playing in, right?
Vaguely, not alternate Earth, but it takes place within that world. Just like it's a completely different place within. I know there's a guild system that's happening.
Okay. So the setting that we're going to be playing in the first additional setting that adding to the entropy effect is called Kurgle Space, which is named after the Kurgle Alliance, and it's the space they control. And it is, I think the easiest way to picture it, it's vaguely a Phantasy Star-like setting. There's quite a few other things that I'm pulling from imagery-wise and themes for me working out the entire history of this world. But it's a leaf of the world tree, Yggdrasil, that is just an isolated realm. That's the setting we're playing in. And it's very
that's why we're talking
science
about
fantasy. Yeah. So I did have you pull up the settings page for that so we can jump through it.
Yes.
I am not going to go through all of this intro stuff that Rick had me go through on a stream. It's not up on this channel yet, but it will be mirrored probably sometime this weekend. Yours should be up first of people watching this now, so I'll link that for them afterwards. But he had me go like half an hour to an hour of like actually explaining the background of all of this. I don't need to do that. I talked to you enough about X Dynamis Chaos in the very settings. That's not necessary. So we're just going to jump straight into character creation. That's what people are here to watch, to see how a character is created. We'll also have one with Doc later on, too. And I don't know if the other player, Flit, will have a recorded one. It's hard for him to set up his audio service, or I wouldn't say hard. It's a pain in the butt to set it up. So he probably won't set up all of his things until we're ready to play. I'll probably just be DMing him when we make his character. So with Rick, specifically with his, I wanted to show people what a level 1 character was like to make it. So we made his at level 1, and then we rolled each of his levels. I'll give you the option of whether you want to start at level 1 or if you just want to use the experienced character creation system to start at 5, because we will be playing at level 5.
The more I think about it, my first knee-jerk reaction is I would like to start at level 1 because I want to experience leveling up. I
Yeah, yeah.
think for now I'm gonna go with that.
Okay,
I think
that's
it'd be the most fun for me.
That, and you get to do all your individual rolls. The other thing I probably should have
Mm-hmm.
told you to open up was roll 20, but you don't need to do that yet. You can wait till we get to where we actually have to roll things, just so I can see your rolls. I'm probably gonna have to open that up too. I hope that doesn't brick the recording.
Oh boy.
Oh, you know what?
Your
Actually, I
poor
could probably
PC.
just I could probably just open that up on my phone, because I don't need to like record the dice roll. I just need to see it. So worry about that when we get there. So, yeah, level 1. I guess we just want to go through the character creation system. So we start with the background. We already got your name. I know you already decided you're playing a male character, so I guess you could put that down
Yes.
for sex as well.
There it is.
Which I told Rick that, and he's like, oh, well, because he was like kind of wondering if he wanted to play a female character or not, because he's only ever played male characters. And when I said, like, yeah, but we'll have a girl on the crew that's playing a male character,
Okay.
that kind of like opened up, like, okay, yeah, I'll balance it out. I'll be a dude playing. Who knows? Doc and Flick could all play girls too, and you could be the only guy
my
on the
God.
team for all we know, you know?
That would be awesome, actually.
You know. Then next thing, do you know how old your character is going to be?
I just kind of assumed maybe 30. That was like the first idea that I had because I wanted
Yeah.
to sketch him with facial hair, so I'm like, okay, so he's got to be like at least a little into his age, a little bit.
Yeah,
So
you were sketching a
maybe an
baseball player with
approximate?
facial hair. You know, like,
Just a little bit.
especially because like I don't know, most baseball players I know are Hispanic, right? So you know how Hispanic people are. Somebody like that
The
probably
little
already has a
mustache.
goatee by 16.
That is true. It's just I know that more. I guess like guys start to grow beards once they're older, don't they? Because I know some guys complain. It's like, oh, I want to get a beard when I'm older, and they're already like past puberty.
Dude, it varies. Like
Ah.
there's a lot of people full facial hair in their teens. There's some people who don't get it till
Oh.
their 30s. I didn't have to start shaving until I was like 18, and it was barely anything on the mustache. But then by the time I was like 22, a few years later, I was having to shave my whole face regularly. You know, it just varies a lot. You
I
don't
also
know
think
what
maybe
it's
it'd be
gonna
a little
hit.
more fun. I think it'd be a little fun if he was older because of one of the disadvantages he has.
Oh
Which I
yeah.
mean, you can accrue it when you're young, but I think it's funnier if he's older.
Yeah. Which we'll get into that. That's a good point.
Mhm.
So, 30 approximately. Do you not want your teammates to know your character's exact age? Because they couldn't know
I
unless
think
they
that'd be
asked
fun.
anyway. I should know your age. So do you want to like just pick a number, or do you want to land straight on 30?
Hmm. I guess 30 would be easier for me to remember than a specific
Okay.
number. Give it that flat.
Because that's the thing about the character sheet. They could be watching this right now in the future, after this has been uploaded, and they could know all the details about your character. Though you could also go and watch Rick's and know all the details about his character. But typically,
No
the
spoilers.
character sheet's just between you and I, so they don't know anything unless you say it. Now, race-wise, in the Kerbal Space setting, we do have 4 available races in the base part of it. I'm assuming you're going to go with the human-like race,
Yes.
right? So
What's
those
the
are
name of that one again?
called the Ninlei, which is Ninlei.
Here's race. I just saw it. Oh, there we go.
And they are functionally in this setting humans. And I know you already drew your character. I probably could have had your character up on the screen, but I'm fine with not doing that right now. That's a lot of work. It doesn't really pertain too much to character creation, even though I guess you created your character. The setting also gives you information on height, weight, stuff like that. lifespan. But they're like humans, so like any human height or any human weight is also sort of fine. I don't know if like you just want to look up a professional baseball player.
I actually already am. I'm looking for it. When I saw height was next, I'm like, oh, I need
We
it.
do
I
do
don't know.
everything in metric here, but you can put it in
Amen.
imperial, and I'll translate it later. It doesn't matter. Which caught Rick off guard. If people end up watching that, his is really long. I don't blame people if they don't end up watching that mirror. He was like, wait, the American is the one using the metric system for all of this, and I had to explain a long thing about space science and stuff like that, and why I end up using metric on the website. But he uses imperial for all of his local measurements, so he was confused when I was putting everything out there in metric. Canadians can't
Also,
even use their system.
what's a shortstop? I would be a
shortstop.
baseman, right? What is a shortstop?
Well, technically everybody
not a
is
shortstop,
a
right?
batter, but the shortstop is the guy who kind of floats in between second and I think it's second and third base, right? It's on that side. It's been a while since I played baseball, but yeah, I believe he floats between second
like
and third
in
base.
defense, right?
Yeah, because everybody plays both sides every single time, right? So like you have everyone's a batter. You have your batting order, and some people do play specific types of batter, like maybe you are like the anchor,
First,
maybe
second,
you're
or
a pinch
third,
hitter or whatever. But then when you're on the field, everybody's got a field position as well.
Okay, because that one doesn't use those terms, so it's just first, second, and third.
Oh, okay.
Baseman. So I was wondering what shortstop was, because I had
It's
no
not
clue what that did.
It's not outfield. He's kind of like an infield floater.
Okay, now I know where that is. Okay, because I was trying to picture where that was. Now I know where it is.
I used to play outfield back when I was in baseball because I had a hell of an arm, and you kind of want somebody with a really good arm out in the outfield so they can get it back into the bases. Preferably left. I liked playing left field, but I'd play center or right if they needed me to play center or right that day.
Okay, I found the average for second baseman is 5'11". I think I'm gonna use that one.
Okay.
5'11". I like them not too tall, but 5'11's too tall for me.
Yeah, but you know what? You're a hunter of dark things. Like that is what you do. So you probably want a little bit of stature, I guess. I don't know. I guess technically I'm a hunter of dark things, and I'm like 5'6". So maybe stereotypes don't matter, but whatever, right?
Well, anything past 5'5", or I guess 5'6" is the threshold for me. Anything past that, too tall, I don't like it.
Yeah.
It offends me personally.
Coming from the person who, I mean, I guess we all did, but played Lalafell consistently in Final Fantasy XIV.
Absolutely. That's where my hatred stems from. What? Oh shoot, I forgot to see the average. Well, like the physique. What do you call that? Like, just athletic physique? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know we're talking
average,
about how they're built.
Like baseball players tend to be built a little more muscular than I would say most sports. Less than football. Like American football is kind of like the higher range of muscularity, but they tend to have like big arms and thighs because they need to swing and throw the ball really hard. So their biceps are usually pretty built.
And throw their bodies at each other.
And their thighs, they need and calves and stuff. Like they're built for like these short bursts of movement, right? Whether it's running between the bases, whether it's throwing, whether it's hitting. They're pretty built people. Like most baseball players I've met. They look kind of small when they're relaxed, but then you see them flex in a moment and they're jacked.
I'm gonna say, because I know we were talking specifically about their leg musculature.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Their glute muscles.
Yeah. Because they got to be able to do these, like, sprints. These, like, sprints between bases. Yeah.
Because if they don't get their time, pues ni modo.
Yep. Oh, man,
so that's why I built my guy, kind of thing.
Feel my computer struggling during this.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's probably going to show up in the recording too. I hope it's okay enough for people. Hometown and stuff. Okay, so that's going to come down to heritage, which I guess we could do that now, if you want.
Might as well.
If you jump over,
like a direction, yeah.
to the heritage page, there is a heritage page in the setting. It will show you basically all the backgrounds that you can have, which I guess I can scroll down.
So it's 5?
Yeah,
or 5 total backgrounds? Okay.
Well, no.
Or
In the
like
you
5
will have
given?
basically 3 things, right? There'll be a heritage for the location you came from. There'll be one regarded to basically like your ethnic background, how you were raised. Most races, even says in there, like 99.9% of all people will be raised by their race. Like that's just how it's going to come down. But some people might have like a different background. Maybe they're adopted. Maybe they were in like an exchange family, something like that. Let's see if I can find the heritage section.
Giant foster family.
Yeah. But most of it'll just match up whatever the race you were.
Or orphans. Orphans are very popular in fictional settings.
Yeah. And the final one will be your alliance-based one here. Not every setting will obviously have this one. It's just in this setting, since everything's around the Kurgle Alliance, specifically the 3rd slot is your alliance one. It would probably be like faction settings and stuff like that for other settings for this, but you pretty much don't really get to be in other factions if you're going to be doing most of the main stuff here. I mean, the setting's open. If a GM wanted to run something else where like you were competitive to the Alliance or whatever, they could. But for any of the campaigns that I'm writing and putting out there for people, your characters are going to have to operate within the Alliance in some way. So that's why the heritage settings are for the Alliance. Yeah. Man, I don't want to pull up too much stuff on my computer. Let me also pull that up on my phone. That would be... I could offload a lot of this onto my phone. Anything I don't need to capture on the screen.
I'm getting worried about the capture. I hope that doesn't corrupt. That would suck.
I don't think it's going to corrupt. I do think our audio is going to be a little... artifacty a little here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I could kind of hear it, but I think overall we're fine. As long as the computer doesn't crash, I think we're fine.
I hope so.
Where is xdynamischaos.com? Menu. Let me go down to our settings guide and go to heritages. So, the first thing is location. What location do you want your person to be from? If you are a human, very, very likely you're probably going to be from Lupsis, which is the planet we're playing on. We're going to be starting in Kino City.
My internet.
Are you okay? Can thou hear me? I think I lost her. No! So,
Totally forgot my internet shuts out at 9. I keep
oh,
forgetting.
Yeah. Like almost on the spot every single time.
It's been like this for a month, probably 2. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
The worst.
Anyway, we are back. So, as I was saying, we're playing in Lupsis. Kino City is the location we're starting in. It is the kind of like capital city of the Ninlay race as a whole. It's also where the original headquarters of the Alliance is. There are several other places from Lupsis that the human-type characters could be from. There is Moravd, which is kind of a desert, sort of traditional, bizarre city. Still very tech-heavy. Most of these cities are tech-heavy, but it's built out of the old structures that used to be there. So it still kind of looks like its old self. And it is still like a monarchy, very trade heavy. A lot of merchants would probably be from there. Then you have Wigaton, which is this really like, they're the Luddites of this world. They don't really care for the newer technology. They kind of live the lifestyle that we live right now. In like an old, almost like German windmill city. right? They don't like all the new tech. They don't like how everything's taken over lives and production and stuff like that. They don't even like the Alliance. You'll find on many planets there are several places where they're almost like the equivalent of a reservation here, where people can kind of just like live their old life. They don't have to be part of the Alliance. The Alliance just controls the planet itself, right? Like a Native American reservation in a way, right? Where like they're inside the United States. They just kind of have their own dominion as long as they don't violate federal law or anything like that. You also have Sybil City, which is your human supremacist type place. They're part of the Alliance. They are probably the most technologically advanced city on the planet. And they don't hate the other races. They just don't care about them either. So they're not even allowed to live in their city. They can stop by for tourism and stuff, but no, they can't buy any property or anything like that. And then there's the Northern Reach, which is kind of like Arctic settlement that around ruins that are heavily infested. And it's kind of almost like a duty-based area. People up there are usually they live there because they had a station there at one point in time, and then they stayed there. And they feel very duty-bound to kind of like protect everything from this very weird ruins they can't explain, where the monsters just constantly come out of them. So those are the places that a Ninlay are most likely to come from. Now, you could also just be from, like, I want to be from some other city, right? Which I can pull you one off of the map later. But if you do that, you're probably still picking Kino City as your heritage, because it says, like, this is just the predominant culture of the planet. So even if you're from, like, one of the other cities that aren't the specifically named one, it's still pretty much going to have the culture of Kino City.
I think that would make more sense for my character.
Okay.
Can I, like, or not can I, but what, like, the things I have, is that, like, spiritually inclined? Because I know we were talking about building it and how it's, like, spirit. So it's like, wouldn't I be a bit more, like, I guess, like, a man of faith?
Yeah, probably. Which, the people... Oh, I have to reset my audio system. Let me hold up.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen eventually. It happens all the time. I've been resetting it a lot more than I used to. It kind of just tells you about, like, the state this computer's in. But the Ninlay people aren't as spiritual as they used to be. In fact, a lot of them don't even necessarily believe in the god that they worshipped as they got to the space age anymore. Though they do find it a hard time not believing in the possibility of gods, because they fight alongside divine creatures that people call gods too. So it's a very conflicted thing. They just believe that a lot of the stuff that they worshipped in the past may not be real. Though the people of Wigaton do still have a lot of the old beliefs and stuff. It could make sense if your character came from Wigaton and just joined the rest of society.
I can see that, where it's almost like a missionary work.
Yeah, or like, what's it called? Rumspring for, like, the Amish, right? And then when you were off on Rumspring, you just decided to never go back.
Maybe because of my crippling debt.
Maybe,
We can do something like that. Because like, I'm also reading through it.
Yeah. It'd be like your backstory is that you had crippling debt with your local society. Like, the best way to solve my debt is to just not be there anymore and take up commissions from the Alliance. Because the Alliance has a lot of things for me to kill, and my entire life is killing them anyway.
Because I'm wondering too, like, with how I'm gonna play this character, like how he behaves.
Yeah.
I guess, like, would it be like old-fashioned? Because I'm thinking about that
very
too.
Old-fashioned.
Okay, then I think I would like to take the Wigaton.
Yeah. He'd probably also... Yeah, Wigaton. He'd probably also get along with the Yole, the elf people, the most, because they're a highly spiritual people. who a
finally,
lot of their
people I can talk to.
spirituality is based around trying to balance the universe off of the Dark Brood. So I didn't mention this. The main thing that you will be fighting, I think I've talked to you particularly, but I'm just for the sake of the recording, is a force called the Dark Brood that just kind of ends up showing up anywhere life starts getting very successful. And I remember us talking, that's like your character being based off the batter. His entire motivation is to just like eliminate the Dark Brew, right? Like to purify.
Yeah, because I remember they were like equated to Heartless, and I really like that.
Yeah.
Where they just manifest.
Yeah, some kind of similar to that.
I like that.
And it's not that they like sort of manifest. They just don't know how or where they come from. Like they might be manifesting as far as anybody knows, but typically they're already around by the time anybody sees them. It's just like, how did they get here? You know, like if they're not manifesting, how did they get here?
Who invited this guy?
Yeah. So yeah, that seems like a good background. So just leave it there. I'll add that stuff to your the heritage section later, because I'll just copy and paste all the bonuses that you get from it. Have starting reputation will be plus 50 at the city. So even though you have crippling debt with them, they still, you know, you're a Wiggeton native. Anything good you do reflects good on them, right? You also have plus 10 with Sybil City because they just like the Ninlay, and they even like the old culture of Wiggeton, even though they don't kind of do it anymore. It'd be like somebody from New York not wanting to live like an old countryside life, but still like Green Acres. You ever see the show Green Acres? It's like they just have like this very positive opinion of the culture, even if they don't like the people running the culture, right? Plus 10 to rural areas, and also you start with minus 10 to minus 20 to Kino City in reputation.
I am hated.
Which is the city you're in, because they just think people are backwards and odd from there. So that'll be interesting.
I like that.
Yeah. So we got that part
I already
of your
like that
heritage
conflict.
down. Oh, that's good. Yeah, this is gonna be fun since you're gonna be starting right in there. If we scroll down to the race stuff, you're just gonna definitely 100% have the Ninlay background. So you're gonna start off with like 50 points in the common tongue, since that's the Ninlay tongue, and typically with the background, you do get like 25 points in some other race's language. I think the only one that would make sense for you is maybe you would have studied the Yole language because you kind of like those people. I don't know. Otherwise, in Wiggeton, I think it would almost make sense to not have a second language.
Oh, yeah, because... Okay.
So I'll leave that up to you, whether that makes sense for your character or not.
That is true. It's like, how open-minded am I to other races?
Yeah.
Just how traditional am I?
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. Maybe it'd make more sense for your character to just not know a second language. So maybe we'll just give them common tongue. That's it.
I'm gonna put that in notes.
Yeah.
Or, like, make a note for myself later.
Yeah, that'll come up when we get to the talents section. So, because I will have to put your language score there. And then your alliance background. Given the fact that you are from Wiggeton, I'm going to assume that your background almost has to be Sicilian family, no recent alliance history. Since Wiggeton is not technically part of the alliance, you would have only gotten your license and everything to be a public contractor after you left your home. So that's actually easy. Your character's got a really easy background to run through.
I feel like we ran through most of it already.
Yeah, super. Oh, I mean, that's it. That's a whole heritage section right there. Everything else is just you reading that and then writing your backstory before we start, which we're not doing here. That's on you. I think about giving maybe some type of award for people who actually give me a fully written background or whatever. Maybe I'll give you an extra ability point at the start because the GM has the ability to just award ability points whenever they want. For the most part, I won't be doing that in this one because it has fixed rewards. You'll get a certain amount of AP, XP, and all that after you complete the one-shot. Any campaign I write will have sections for rewards. That should be when the GM gives it to you if they're running a prefab campaign. But when they're running stuff on their own, and I guess even if they want to in a prefab, they can just award AP whenever they feel it appropriate to award AP. That's how the system works. So then I guess the next thing we're on to, now we got your heritage done. Origin, motivation, I guess personality. We don't have that stuff. There's a section at the bottom. This is like background, personality stuff. This will be another thing that you'll flesh out that we could talk about it here. Is just how's your character operate. We don't do the alignment thing here because I've always hated alignment. It makes no sense. Especially like the good evil part, because really whether your character is good or evil comes down to their actions, and it should influence how they make their actions, but it should also depend on your campaign. Like if you're playing a group of heroes, nobody in your hero should your group of heroes should be evil. They could be like morally gray, or maybe even worse than that. Maybe you could make them like an anti-hero, though I hate the term anti-hero. But they could be somebody who's ruthless, like they're just willing to do what needs to be done, and that's fine. And also vice versa, if you're playing like a campaign where everybody's a bunch of villains, there shouldn't be a good person on your villain campaign, right? They should be making evil actions. Law versus order always made more sense to me than good versus evil. Or like law versus chaos or whatever.
Chaos,
law,
or
right?
That made sense because I was thinking of the show.
Law is order. Yeah, that's why my brain auto did it. I misspoke there. But law versus chaos always made more sense. But then the other axis is just stupid. So we don't do stuff like that. I tend to work on the big five personality traits, the ocean, right, which is openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. And where you are on that scale, you could go check that out. You could pick something. You don't have to either. It's just if you do pick like a number 1 through 10 for each of those, and then you also give that scale to your GM, it makes it a little easy for them to know how you should be playing your character. But any fleshed out enough written description should also be able to tell you. So just include a personality section in your background, how your character should be playing. I know how this character should be playing, though, since you are basing it off of a character both of us like, right? I'm familiar with the batter. So your character's personality is not going to be very open at all, very closed-minded, because it's just like straightforward, no talk, basically. Like, I mean, you do talk, but like no nonsense, purifying the Dark Brood, right? Other
straight
aspects,
as an arrow.
Yeah, straight as an arrow. Not very agreeable. Like agreeable enough that you would pick up
flexible.
jobs, but like not flexible at all. Like you do things the way you do it, and that's it.
Exactly.
Right.
Completely rigid.
I would even say your character's not very neurotic either. Like your character would be very, very calm in almost any situation. It just would probably seem a little neurotic to other people because he operates in weird ways. Extrovert, I'm probably right in the middle because it's not like your character won't talk to people. It just doesn't talk unless talked first, right?
That is true. Speaks unless spoken to, kind of thing.
Yeah. But you also wouldn't like deny, especially when we look at like the game off, since you're based off the back.
Yeah.
Any time you do go up and talk to people, and then he responds to people, and even picks up kind of mission stuff. So probably like right down in the middle when it comes to extroversion, and the last one, very, very conscientious. Your character goes out of their way to purify. Like they're workaholic when it comes to purifying things. So, and we'll also make sure the job gets done. It's like you don't stop until there's no Dark Brood around. So I think your character's pretty straightforward to understand. I don't think we'll have any problem there.
Wait,
so that
where was
moves
openness?
us.
Did we do openness?
Yeah. No, your
that would be like super low, right?
Yeah, it's super low in openness. Yeah. Your character's like a 1 in openness. No room for discussion. It's like, no, we can't spare this thing. It's got to die. Like it's got to be purified.
If you don't kill it, I will.
Yeah. Then we've got. Oh man, that's actually going to probably lead into some interesting things with the campaign, depending on how things
God, yes.
go. Vocation. That's what we're on now. We actually get to move down to your vocational stuff, right? So we know what vocation you're going to be. You can open up the page if you want to have it open, because I don't think we need any of the other settings pages anymore. You could just leave the vocation page up for it. That one has individual pages. You want to open up the Slayer because we know you're going to be playing the Slayer. So one that makes the most sense to your character, both in personality, but also in what you'll be wielding. So we'll have the Slayer up. Straightforward, pretty quick. We'll jump back to that when we need to pick up your starting abilities. So now we need to move on to attributes, right? So at level 1, you start with 30 attribute points that you can distribute however you want. As an inlay, there would be a section where you'd have to pull up the race thing again, but you don't need to. I remember them. You have to start with a minimum of 1 point in each category. So that gives you 25 to play around with. And the average for them is 5 across the board, because they are the kind of like balance. We always balance everything kind of around the human races, right? So your character, though, you might want to turbocharge. I don't know.
Oh no, I was thinking of it, but I just want to set 5s just so I can have it.
Okay, you just want to start with. That's usually the best way to start, is to start out balanced and then
Yes.
start to specialize from there.
Like skew it.
Yeah.
It helps me picture it a lot better.
But you could have totally just dumped the rest of your 25 into faith. Into morale.
Wait, faith?
It's
okay.
morale. Morale becomes faith because of the way you're going to be playing your character. Yeah. That would also be a little ridiculous too, but you know, the option would be there. So I guess I should.
It's like he sets his own stats.
Yeah, let me also scroll down so people can see this. 5 in each. There we go. So then I'll just plug those in.
Yeah.
That will handle. We don't have to worry about doing your stats and stuff now. Stats are plug and play. The only 2 we need to worry about are the ones that are actually back up at the top of this sheet, right underneath your core information, and that'll be HP, TP, SP. I happen to remember these off the top of my head without having a look. Your HP die is a D8. Your TP die is a
I know what this number is.
10, and your spirit die is also a D8. It's actually the only thing that makes them different from normal humans on Earth setting is that they have a D10 for a tech die instead of a D8. And part of that is because of the science fantasy aspect of the nature, and that they are the most inventive group out of everyone. So you would expect them to at least have a little bit higher of a tech die. So we do need to roll some stuff, which actually, let me. Oh, I don't even have to change your stat sheet either, because I have 5 set by default for all the things, so they're already where they need to be. But let me whip out, I guess, roll 20. Or whip out. Let me open up Roll20 in my browser that I already have open for other things. And you'll need to have that open so I can see your dice roll. I don't even know if I have it signed in on my phone. Do you have my auto sign and stuff? Okay. That's going to be easier than I thought. Nope. Actually, that wasn't. Let me go look up my password. I haven't. Roll20 is an older password, and I'm just kind of like used to having it auto log in on the browser, but it doesn't have it on my phone browser. So, Roll20, where are you? That was the right email. My password. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so open up the entropy effect one. That did I invited you to it. I don't know if you joined it or not.
Oh, I have not logged into Roll20 yet.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, because
Gonna
I
have to
also forgot my
resend,
Roll20 password.
I'm gonna have to resend you the link for it, aren't I? Let me
Probably.
grab it. Yeah. Where is the invite link? Copy. Jump back over to Discord. This is something we probably should have had set up beforehand, actually. Realistically speaking. There we go. That should be your invite link.
Oh, when I go to log in, I'll have to go find my password.
Yeah, that's what I just had
Unless
to
I'm
do.
logged in. Nope. It does not remember my password.
I can't tell you what your stats are starting off since while you're finding that. Basically, since you chose to do 5 across the board, the average, you get the average stats, which are going to basically be a 15 in every single rating, except for will, power, charisma, and faith, which will be 11, 16, and 20 respectively. There is a very specific reason why those ones don't average out to 15 like the rest of them. That have a lot to do with my own personal philosophy on things. But that's actually even still good for you because you kind of want your faith to be higher than all the other stats. So when I go down to manipulating it, I'll basically end up, we'll get to the advantages and disadvantages there. I will change the formulas on your spreadsheet to where your modified versions of the stats actually just take your faith for everything.
No, my password isn't working. That's great. Okay,
Oh,
I'll figure that out later. Because I know this is the password, but it's not working. So unless this is the wrong email, I have to go figure that out.
So do you want me to just do your rolls for you, or?
Let me check my Gmail.
Okay.
Because I wish they told me if it was the right freaking email. Please. I'm pretty sure it's my Gmail.
Because I can
Yeah, I
always
have
just
emails.
do
What the heck?
your roll if you can't get in.
You might have to. It's not working. I'm gonna have to reset my password.
Okay.
This is great.
Yeah, so you want me to just do the rolls for now?
You for now, yeah.
Okay.
I
So
had the
first,
right-
I'll
I have to fix
roll
this.
your HP for your first D8. What you got? 6 for that roll. And I'm just gonna.
Wait, is it like the Final Fantasy where it scales off these stats or no?
Um. Yes, it does.
Which one? Would it be Vigor?
So yeah. HP is 2 times your vigor times your morale. Even if you want to basically nuke vigor, though it'll obviously scale. It's straight multiplication. It actually really doesn't matter. As long as you
I'm
have
gonna
more
gut
than
load
one.
morale as much as I
right?
can.
Yeah. So like because you're putting up morale, your HP is going to start climbing regardless. Plus half your luck number of your hit die, right? So. Oh, you know what? I only rolled 1. You actually get 2 rolls for that. Let me roll another D8. I forgot to hit a 2. But that's fine. I'm here. Plus 3. Okay, so you have a 9 for your starting hit die, or your hit roll. I'll do all the math for that stuff after we get your rolls down, so I can pull up my calculator. We need 1 roll of your tech die. Let's see. Well, whatever the roll is, times morale. I think. Yeah. Oh no, you know what? I'm doing it wrong. It's later your advancement. It's the number of rolls you get is your luck. It's hit die times half your luck. So it was 6. I don't have to worry about that. So your D10 roll. See, I did this with Rick, and I got confused on my own system because of the way he was talking to me. I'm like, what? That's not what I wrote. Okay. You rolled a 7 for that one. And I'll roll you another D8 for your spirit die. Which, oh wow, you got a 1 on that. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's the one stat I need.
Ah, you'll still be fine. Okay, let me pull up my calculator so we can actually figure out what
How am I supposed to be a good missionary? Your
starting things are. Calculator. You'll be fine. It's SP. It's not like your actual faith or anything. It's just how much you have to spend.
Oh.
And you probably won't need much of it either because Slayer mostly uses TP. So.
Oh, never mind. I don't need it.
So it's going to be 2 times your vigor, times your morale, which are all 5. So it actually makes it really straightforward here, right? Plus that 6 you rolled. Times half your luck, which starts you off at level 1 with 65 HP. Not too shabby. That's about the average. Then for tech points, you have might plus vigor divided by 2. Times your intuition.
There we go.
Really
it
easy
works.
because I'm just plugging in 5s to everything. Plus the 7 that you rolled times morale. So you will start off with also 60 tech points. So you'll actually have a decent amount to spend. And okay, spirit points. We have 5 times 5 intuition times morale plus 1 times 5. So 30 spirit points. That's still not bad. Because your morale.
Oh yeah, I see Rick's rolls.
You see Rick? Oh yeah. You see all of his level up rolls, unless you scroll higher. But his rolls weren't particularly good, so don't feel bad about anything.
Ew. Oh, I see them. Disgusting rolls. Yep. That's some donk luck right there.
Yes, it is. Okay.
God, I can't wait to see what his rolls are.
Stats, I already have them down on the stat sheet page. I'll transfer them to the character sheet later. Now we're to the fun part. The part that you were waiting for, your advantages, disadvantages. I think we know exactly which ones you were planning on picking up. At least I know that you have to be maximally disadvantaged because you need to be maximally advantaged for what you wanted to play. One of them, which let me also on your character sheet on stream scroll down to that section so we can put them there. One of them you need is, I think at the very, very bottom, it was the most important one for you. Oh, where is it? Salvation by faith is going to be in there. Do you want me to type it in, or do you want to type it in?
Oh, I want to type it.
Okay.
So by faith, or was it of? By faith, right?
Yeah, the salvation by faith. So basically, aside from the stats you have to roll, your HP, your TP, and your SP. You basically just ignore all other stats and only use your faith stat for everything. For your lifting strength, striking power, running speed, everything. Charisma, doesn't matter. Faith covers it, right? You're such a shining beacon of faith that it covers up any lack of charisma your character might have. Willpower,
'Cause
your
I
faith
will
has it
have
too.
it. Yes.
Yeah, all of it. Resistance to status effect, you're just that big of a believer that your faith makes it to where you
Yeah.
didn't get poisoned. That's how this one works.
This sounds like Doc, actually. That sounds like Doc in real life.
Yep. One of the other ones I know your character. I know some stuff Doc was looking into. I don't really want to spoil it.
I
But
am curious, but I think I'll wait. I'll wait.
you needed living weapon was another one.
Oh,
So what living weapon does is it's basically like your weapon, be it an organism or a construct or a part of your soul or whatever, doesn't matter. It grows. Like it gets stronger as you do. So it's a weapon that will just stick with you forever. You can't abandon or sell it for any reason. You'll be taking a two-handed melee version of it. So I actually have the formula for that. I can add it later. It's going to be your baseball bat, and it will scale off your level for like ever.
forever.
Yeah. I think I also might have the formula wrong on this. I'll have to double back and check. Right now it says your luck number of D whatever. I don't think it's supposed to be that high. I'm going to have to go check my notes. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be luck divided by something. So I'll look into that later when I add it onto your thing. Because it's probably supposed to be like luck divided by 5 or something, because that number is going to get ridiculously huge really, really fast.
I love exponential growth.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be like your level times your strength plus a number of die. It'll be fun. And I believe the other thing you needed was...
Was my add-on stuff?
Yeah. Which I'm trying to remember which one we were going to be using for that. I'm going to have to check our
Oh boy.
DMs for oof. Has an image. I'll just have to scroll all the way back, which is going to be a lot given the fact that I spam you with images all the time.
Yeah. A lot of them were for this campaign too.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm looking for, and not all of the Hoyo shit that I spam at you.
I noticed. I may have seen those.
Listen, there's not many people I can spam Hoyo shit at. Okay,
That is so fair. So fair. In fact, I was tempted to type Galactic Baseballer for the name.
that would have been hilarious and also appropriate for the setting.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, random dreamscape stuff that we're working on. Need to get past that.
Oh, and crows?
And crows, yeah. Lots of crows.
There ought to be more.
I'm honestly surprised that you didn't just make your add-ons crows.
Tempting, but it's not fitting for this character. Be weird if it was crows. Doves would make more sense.
Yeah.
Or
They-
white
they
or
could've
albino crows. I would have
Would
done
have
that.
just been a bunch of halos.
I mean, that's kind of what the add-ons already are.
Yeah, that's why I was making that comment.
Oh.
It's a joke.
Because I also legit thought they were hula hoops when I first played it, so in my head they're hula hoops.
That's
their
funny.
default state.
No, that's the. I mean, I found one thing related to this, but it was the formula for explosion.
God, I found the Kane Pixels picture again. God, that video was so funny. He was so
And
he he was really good for that intro.
the search
Freaking
died.
hilarious. What? You killed it?
It just would not load page 6. So
Oh, I'm
hopefully
manually scrolling.
Oh no, I'm going
I'm
through
doing it the
searching
harder
all
way.
images. So hopefully it wasn't on page 6.
What date would have been on page 6?
I don't know. I mean, let me go back to page 6.
Because I'm like 2 months back.
Now it'll load. Okay. Oh, it was on page 6. Of course. Of course. It would have been the one that didn't want to load at first. We know we're picking up a bunch of perpetual debt.
Crippling debt, even. I will not make a dime.
So the one I was thinking of, Incarnation, is not the one we're using for your add-on. I specifically said that. Okay. I couldn't remember if that was the one we were using up. That was the only reason. I think we're going with Familiar Spirit, I believe is the one we're doing. Because it was either that or Incarnation. And I had to check what I sent you as to which one we were doing. And I said we will not be using Incarnation. So you will be picking up Familiar Spirit 3 times.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so that's why you sent it. I finally scrolled up to it. Okay. So what was it called again? Picking it up 3 times.
Yeah, it's Familiar Spirit. Because Familiar Spirits, they do have their own attack. They have their own, like, HP scaling or whatever. Or technically, it's not that they have their own. It's fixed to half.
Or something else. Half of me.
Yeah. The HP and SP are fixed to half of your maximum SP. So, yes, actually, I forgot. You do want to be trying to get your SP higher. Because that's how much HP and SP your spirits have.
So I can't gut load morale? Or, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can. That doesn't change anything.
Wait, Spirit was which one again? Or scaled off which one?
It uses morale.
Oh, wait, no, it uses it, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was worried it was a clarity. Oh, no, not a clarity. I'm dyslexic. Alacrity.
Yeah. No.
Unless that's the agility stat? I forgot which one that one is.
Alacrity, it means fleet of foot. That is your agility stat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
and
a
they have no
baseballer.
TP.
I can't have that at 0.
They have no TP at all. Your reflexes and your running speed and everything scales off your faith. You don't really care.
Oh, that's right. I can do that too. I have faith that I am fast. Is that what they mean by Godspeed?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, it does. No, actually it doesn't because
right.
the speed in Godspeed doesn't mean speed. It comes from SPEDE, and it basically
Godspeed
means God's will. Like God. It's hard to explain. It's an old thing, but like if it's God's will, let it happen. Is more of what it means, right?
Oh, kind of like lo que será, será, right? Kind of like
Yeah. So
okay.
It's God's sped.
God será. Godspeed.
Anyway,
God
so those
speed
are
is funnier in the reference to this character.
advantages. You could even just write like a ×3 next to it if you want, since you're picking it up 3 times.
Oh, where? Which one?
Next to the Familiar Spirit, yeah.
Oh,
Because now we have to pick up your disadvantages. Which we do know you're picking up perpetual debt. Like, I think... Did you decide 3 or 5 times?
Was it? Oh, I thought it only went up to 3.
No,
so
it goes
much
up to
debt.
5. It goes up to 5 times.
I want all of it.
That's half your
I want
disadvantages
so
right there.
much
Right?
Yes.
So now you have to pick up 5 other disadvantages, which I guess to let people
my God.
know what perpetual debt does. It's
Yes, please.
basically whenever you make money, you end up handing over 18% of it minus your luck. So your luck actually can offset some of your perpetual debt, but it's only a flat amount, right? So the more money you make, the more you lose. This is so that you still get to keep some like spending cash, right? If your luck is 5, no matter what, you have like enough for a coffee or whatever, right? And if you have up to 5 times this, it increases it additively to where you have a maximum of 90% loss minus your luck of your source of income. So that's what's going to be happening to you. You will be able to keep 10% plus your luck of any source of income you get.
Ugh. Too real.
The rest of it gets sent back to Wigaton, I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe you owe the city itself, like on a governmental level or something. We'll figure out why.
Oh my God, there's 2 that are potentially funny, or 1 that I thought was potentially funny.
Okay. Well,
I
you
really
have to
think
pick up
it'd be
5.
funny if I was
so-
blind.
Blind.
I walk by faith.
That would be interesting.
I bat by faith. I let God guide my path.
See, I was thinking of having you pick up something like a humanoid typhoon would
apathetic.
actually
Oh, wait, where's that?
really fit you. That's the walking disaster.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
I think humanoid typhoon, which, to let you know, one of the other players has already picked up.
Oh God, I knew it. I knew you talked somebody into it already. I knew it.
But
I knew it.
it would really fit your character.
Oh my God, only botch. Oh wait, so anytime you fail, so even if
Yeah.
it's a neutral, that's not a botch?
Yeah, so there's 4
I thought
states.
neutrals were treated as
right?
botches.
There's 4 states. There are critical failure, a botch, failure, success, and critical success. So as long as you're in whatever side is successful, you're fine, even if it's like a normal success. But failures will suddenly become
Okay.
critical failures. And it even
So then it
says
technically only 3.
you only have 3 states now loaded onto the other side potentially. And it has to be
Okay.
treated like Murphy's Law. So whatever is the worst practical result
Yes.
for it, you get.
I like the inclusion of practical.
Yeah.
Because it at least stops the GM from going a little too hard.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Depending on who
critical
it is.
failure, small
He
meteorite.
gets struck by a meteor.
Yeah, ended
Yeah,
up coming. We
same
were thinking the
thing.
exact same thing.
Yeah. Mage casts meteor nearby, you die.
Yeah.
I just thought because blind was really funny to me because I went
mean,
just blind
yeah.
really quickly.
Blind with
But I
humanoid
also think
typhoon
apathetic was fine.
would be like the worst though, because you can now easily critically fail every single attack
my
roll that
God.
you do.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
My one weakness.
yeah.
That one's
my
fun.
one weakness. Yeah, that is a fun
Worms,
one
my
too.
one weakness.
It could be.
I could pick worms again.
I don't know if I'd
Worm.
recommend it, but you absolutely could.
I wouldn't. I hate worms. What would be the? I don't know if the. Well, I mean that could work, but I find that it's like, if somebody's that straight as an arrow, or that like, what do you call it?
I feel like it wouldn't work
that
on
rigid,
your
would
character
it?
though,
Yeah.
right? Because
Right,
like
I don't feel that.
most of the enemies in this campaign will be Dark Brood, and your character's like entire thing is like going out of their way to kill the Dark Brood.
Exactly.
If you didn't have to max out on your other advantages, I would have told you to pick up the opposite of my one weakness, where you get an advantage against like a target that you're hunting, Goblin Slayer style, for the Dark Brood. But you're already capped out on which advantages you can pick up.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think addict makes sense either, because I'm looking back up
Yeah.
and down. Ugh.
But yeah, one of the other ones I was thinking was
The apathy one?
the apathetic one that you were thinking of, where you could just like pick a genre for talent and ability point rating, where anything that's from that genre, you have to put twice as many points into.
That one I feel makes the most sense. Where it's just like if it's not related to killing things,
Yeah, like the
why
slice of
do I
life
care?
genre. Like, why would you do that? Actually, I could think of two. You could pick up this twice if you wanted. I could see that your character would not care about the slice of life genre or the sci-fi genre, despite being in like a sci-fi setting, especially because you came from like Wigaton, right? So it's like
Yes.
none of that stuff applies. It's twice as hard for your character to learn to drive than the other characters, stuff like that.
I drive by faith. God, I really like that. Especially too because of my background. It's just like if I'm that old-fashioned, putting myself in this setting where I'm already not liked,
Yeah.
I feel that the apathetic makes the most sense.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then picking it up twice. I can't help but side-eye blind, but I want to pick the first one for apathetic disinterest before I
Yeah.
settle on a second one.
So the first one, I think sci-fi probably makes the most sense, given your character.
Do I just type in sci-fi here?
Yeah, just put sci-fi next to it. And if you want to pick up more than one, you could put like a comma or whatever, so that we know that it's picked up more than once.
Just put a comma for now.
Yeah.
That's... I'm so tempted. You also can't do any task checks. Or other? What's or other?
Other out of combat activities that require sight.
Oh, there's no comma there. I thought there was like task checks or other comma. Out of combat activities. I can't
like,
read.
You couldn't read because like you're blind, you know. It's not that blind people can't read, but they have to read like Braille or whatever, you know, like.
I recently learned that it's not entirely black vision, it's just like extremely impaired vision.
Oh, it depends. It range, right?
Oh yeah. There's very few that's like totally black. Or, like,
yeah, typically if
no
it's totally
sight
black,
at all.
it's no input, right? Some problem with like the optic nerve or the brain connection or something there. But there's just basically no input at all. But people who have functioning eyes, typically, yeah, there's some range of like anywhere between the whole world is blurry and they can't make anything out to everything's so dimmed that there is almost no input to it. So there's a lot of range on what is blindness.
Okay, I think I want to write more of the background for now. I think in color, I'm just gonna put blind. Oops. And then if I took another disadvantage in apathetic disinterest, what would make the most sense?
Slice of life.
Okay.
Which involves things like trading, acting, stuff like that, you know? Things
that also
like,
makes sense for my character.
Yeah, nothing to do with your character. That's why I just threw that one out immediately. Like you could safely just take that and not have to worry about it. The other ones like horror, don't know if that one makes sense, especially the things that you're fighting. Action, have to take action. Like action is what you do. And adventure, probably have to take adventure. So those are like. Noir. You could also reasonably not have noir, like if you wanted to take a third. That also kind of doesn't make any sense for your character. That's like crime and detective stuff.
Sorry, because I was thinking, you said that for this system we can pick up more advantages than... No, sorry, more disadvantages than advantages, right?
Oh, yeah, you
so
can pick
if I
up as
really
many
wanted to, I could
disadvantages
get
as you want.
both.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just so I know that. I want to make
You
sure
just
I
have to
this
pick up
way.
2 for every advantage you pick up. That's just how it goes. And the reason is because flawed characters are just more fun to play than, you know, so.
That's why the blindness is so interesting to me. So it's like, I know like the apathetic disinterest is fine, but it's like there is a potential that it may not come up. But blindness absolutely has to come up at some point.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're both, or at least blindness to me sounds like the most evil fun.
Well, there's another one I'm adding in, but it wouldn't make sense for your character anyway. My brother convinced me that suicidal empathy should be a disadvantage.
Where is that? Right. Is that on the page?
No, it's not. I haven't added it yet. But basically the idea that your character is so compassionate that they would allow bad things to happen out of their compassion,
To themselves?
right?
Or
To themselves, the party, whatever, right?
Mm.
Like, if somebody pleased, there'd be a task check involved to where an enemy could convince you to try to spare it or whatever out of your suicidal empathy.
Okay, yeah. I see that why that wouldn't make sense for my character.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense for your character at all. Just putting it in there that there are some things that recently I'm like, I need to add it in there. I just haven't added it yet.
Okay. I think for now I'm gonna leave that there. I'll definitely come back to this once I actually
'cause
write
you
out the
have to.
backstory. that would flesh it out way more.
Because
Like that's
I
why
cannot
the
let you
red
start
text is
until
there
you
for
have
me.
enough.
The red text is there for me because I do want to write the background. I just got to figure that out and find
Yeah.
some time for it.
But I think that's fine enough for here because I explained that you have to. This is just a demo for people to be able to watch.
Yes.
The next thing after advantages, disadvantages are equipment. So for this one, I actually have to like bring up the equipment page myself. We have this thing with Rick. I'm not putting the equipment page for this setting up until you guys start playing. Not because you're not really the problem here. Partially it was Rick, and partially it's Doc.
Oh.
Because there are people
I knew it was him.
who will metagame if they get to see everything. So I can't prevent that for other people playing after we get started, but I can specifically prevent that for the crew that we're playing with. So I will
For
read
these
you
two
any
numbskulls.
equipment. Thankfully, you have your living weapon here, so you don't have to worry about that. And it takes up both hands.
Yeah, let me put that.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'll put the damage ratio and everything there. That's up in the what is it called? The advantages section, but we don't need that right now. All we need to do is head, body, arms, legs, feet, and your accessories. The
I love accessories.
setting allows you to start with 200,000 of the local currency.
I get to have that even though I have debt?
Oh, yeah. Now, the perpetual debt does not affect what you start with. I did not write that in there.
So even if I had less than... If I spent less than I have for equipment, so whatever
Yeah.
I have left over, I get to keep it. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
worried that would get taxed.
No. This doesn't count as income. This is money you started. So it just assumes that maybe your character had more money than that at one point, and they lost everything but that. This is just for character creation, right? I think. Wait.
Oh.
I think I even have this.
Oh,
Any
yeah, it's
unspent
susceptible?
money. Wait. I do have it in equipment. Any unspent
there it is.
money by the character from that point on counts as income. So anything you don't spend
Can
here
be saved.
will be taxed by your perpetual debt. Just not whatever you spend for equipment. I have that like on screen while I'm talking to. I remember there was like a little thing about that, but I wanted to make sure you had everything you could need from the start.
Mm-hmm.
It'll kick in if you don't spend it. So.
Okay, perfect. I kind of really like that. I want no money.
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, you know what? We don't even need to put that in the wallet. We'll put whatever you have left over in your wallet. Where is my page on equipment? I've got 3 different windows open for capturing purpose, which is the problem here. Because there's some screens I want captured, there's some screens I don't. And the ones I want captured, I basically want to always be there. There we go. I found it. I found the tab. This will be easy. I know exactly what hat you need to start with.
Yes. I hope it's a baseball cap.
It is. Actually, there's a cap equipment, a headpiece, called a rally cap that you could just type that in if you want. Yeah.
Already done.
Which is not an actual rally cap in the sense that a rally cap's actually a style of wearing your baseball cap. That's turning it inside out and wearing it backwards. But I thought it was more fun to call it a rally cap. I do want people to know, though, that are watching this and listening, as somebody who played baseball, I do know what a rally cap is. I didn't just put that there.
Well, I do now.
It's just a more fun name.
It just has so much cheer to it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So that's easy. If you want to put in the defenses or whatever, the rally cap is +1 physical defense, or PhD, +3 magic
PhD.
defense, or MD. And that's going to be your first 1,200 Heston taken away.
What was the magic acronym again, or letter?
MD. So it's magic defense.
MB?
MD.
Oh, MD.
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally could have just put armor or magic armor, or I could have put like spiritual defense, because that would have made more sense than magic defense, since it'll cover anything regarding that. But then I thought it would be funny because I could make the acronyms PhD and MD. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to make the acronyms PhD and MD. I guess they're not acronyms, they're abbreviations. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, who needs schooling when you've got physical defense, right?
Amen.
Oh, also, the rally cap has a bonus of look silly.
Oh.
So you need to put that in there. That is the only bonus it has, just it looks silly.
How much does that cost?
Oh, it's at 1,200, Heston. It's fine.
Better be a good hit.
I do have it on the side. I didn't do this for Rick. I had him keep track of it. I have to go back and recheck all the stuff on Rick's math. I just haven't bothered to do that yet. I have my calculator up right now, so you're at...
Probably for the best. I have dyslexia, and it applies to numbers.
It barely does anything to your total. 198,800 left. Body. Let's see, what makes the most sense for you? So I will let you pick up to E tier. The tiers go F through A, S, double S, triple S. But and they're based off of like expected level ratings up to 100. Everything after 100, that's up on your crew. F and E. Technically, E is too high tier for starting, but I'm still going to let you pick up to that in case you want something that's a little beefier. Your rally cap is an F tier. So we have... I don't think it makes sense for your character to wear plate. Like, at all. Right? I don't think your character...
agile.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it also doesn't really matter what you pick. Rick was so hung up on the aesthetics of the equipment that he was picking. It's like, yeah, technically your character is wearing your equipment, but you don't have to draw your character wearing your equipment because your character's going to change equipment over time. What are you going to do? Redraw your character every single time they buy a new piece of equipment? No, you draw the base version of your character, right? So you have either a denim vest.
It's like materia.
A leather jacket, a fiber shirt, or a laced jacket. Now, I think...
laced?
Yeah, so it's actually laced
what do they lace
with,
it with?
cross fibers.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. They don't lace it with hemp. Though, as starting equipment, a hemp jacket would give you an okay amount of durability compared to not having it on. More than a t-shirt would. But I think maybe a fiber shirt makes sense for your character. You know, like your baseball shirt.
Sounds athletic enough. Fiber shirt. How much PhD am I getting?
+6, because this is E tier. PhD,
so much PhD.
And +10 MD. It actually gives you slightly more magic defense than physical. And that's 12,250 minus, so we're getting there. I doubt you could actually spend all of your money realistically. Because I want most people to have pocket money. That's why I give them
like
the amount that they do at
leftover.
the start. But you won't. I mean, maybe you'll have enough for a Coke or something afterwards. Who knows?
Maybe a meal. One. A snack.
You might be buying some because you might want some consumables at the start after we're done
I will
getting
get
you hooked
hungry.
up. Arms. So.
Oh wait, no notes on that one? Real quick?
Nope.
No notes?
Nope, no notes.
Okay.
So actually, you do need to pick up an E-tier arm, right? Which is this one's gonna cost. I think it's 9,500. So that's actually not that bad. And it's batting gloves. One of them is literally batting gloves. So that makes perfect sense. I have all this batting stuff. It's like, yes, of course, baseball has to be invented in this. I don't know why I'm questioning this earlier. I go back through my list, and there's tons of stuff specifically about baseball. This culture just somehow invented baseball as well. It happens. Probably more often than we think, right? There's probably endless amounts of cultures out there that have reinvented some of the same sports of us, because mathematically speaking, there's only so many ways you can do sports. There's probably some things that are vaguely like baseball that have got different fields and positions and stuff like that too. But there's got to be some out there that have completely invented baseball the same way that we invented baseball, as long as they've got hands to grip and legs to run, right?
Oh yeah. And balls to throw.
Give it enough time,
balls.
right? Like, it took us a really long time to invent baseball, but on timescales of like thousands of years on society, somebody else had to have invented it. This is one of those somebody else's. Oh, I'm getting texted about food. I need to answer this.
I'm also getting texted. Ah.
Okay. I just answered burger.
Okay.
I don't even care what the response is. Just answer burger.
I want
So,
mac and
yeah,
cheese.
your batting gloves give you +2 physical defense and +2 magic defense. It's even, both on sides, so.
Wait, 2 and 2, right?
2 and 2.
PhD, no notes.
Nope. This is your basic equipment for that tier.
Perfect. Okie doke. Next up.
Next up.
Legs.
Legs.
Legs, check. Feet, check. They are present.
So if you want to match, there are fiber leggings at E tier. That would be like the same as your top or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We
I'll
can
run 'em.
put that in there. And that's,
Wait for leggings.
yep. That's going to be 2 PhD and 6 MD.
I want my cleats. Give me my cleats.
Actually, there are cleats.
No cleats?
There are cleats.
There are cleats? Yes!
Yes.
Cleats!
So here are the things that make sense to you. Your character, we did not establish that you're an active service member. I think you are just a public contractor, which means you have spent time in the service, but you were just licensed outside of it to do public contracting work. So you can't have the service issue cleats. You either have runners, which are like running shoes, or at E tier there are spiked cleats. So you could pick either of them.
Spiky cleats.
Typically,
Any
baseball
difference
would
on
probably
notes?
pick the. No, these
On the
are
runners?
both basic, and they're both
Okay.
the magic defense ones. So, do you want the F tier runners or the E tier spiked cleats? You have the money for either, so.
I think the runner shoes. I feel like that makes
Okay.
more sense. Runners.
So that's going to be
Wait, I'm
plus
just
2
gonna type
MD,
runners.
and that's it. Yeah, just runners. Yeah.
2 MD. And then 1 accessory, right? Or wait, do I get
You
all
could
3?
have
No,
3.
just 1.
You could have 3
Wow.
accessories. So let me go down to the accessories.
I only want baseball accessories.
Well, we don't have a lot of starting accessories, but I guess that means you do not want extra
Ah.
storage. At least it sounds like you don't want extra storage, so that means the fanny pack, the satchel, and the backpack are probably off the table.
I just carry what God gives me.
Yeah. Sunglasses. You know, a lot of baseball players also
Maybe.
wear sunglasses under. Sunglasses nullify blind.
Oh my god, if I
But
took
it-
that while blind, that'd be funny.
Yeah, because it literally can't do anything to your disadvantage.
Oh my
But
god.
it would also make more sense
I'm
that
so
you
tempted.
have sunglasses on if you're blind. So maybe you just want to pick that up anyway. Like regardless, you might just want
Yeah.
sunglasses for the style. Those only cost 100.
I just typed.
Yeah, just
Anything on
sunglasses.
defenses?
No,
Okay.
there's no stats for this one. It's just
That's going
they
for
nullify
notes.
blind. Other things that they have, probably things that your character won't care about because you're buying specifically in character. Hairpin, a black choker, definitely wouldn't wear that either.
Ew.
A beaded necklace. Honestly, though, so this is maybe like
Rosary?
sometimes at games, it could be rosary. It could be like literally sports beads, party beads, Mardi Gras beads. It could be any type of beaded necklace at all.
I
If you
want
want it to
beads.
be a
I want my
rosary,
rosaries.
you can have a rosary, and it gives you plus 10 faith of having it equipped.
Yes.
Yeah. So you want the beaded necklace?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna be another 1,200 off your thing.
Rosary, baby.
Other things that we have available for you: a brass ring, a pewter ring, or a locket. I don't know if it really makes sense for your character to have any of those.
Yeah, I mean, it might be materialistic, but what if I'm married?
If you
I'm
are
married.
married, I guess. But I guess you'd also be never upgrading
I'm
the ring
divorced?
that's on you.
What if I'm divorced and I keep the ring?
That'd be funny, I guess.
So in character.
Or you could have two beaded necklaces. You could have two actually, because it's per slot. They're not like unique or anything. You could have plus 20 faith. They could be different colored rosaries.
I was even thinking, what is it? Is it my backup rosary in case if the first one doesn't
I
work?
have no clue. You technically would be wearing both of them at the same time. You're just like, dude, I've got a lot of faith.
I've got so much faith. Oh, I'm a little torn. The ring is funny for the reference. Unless I am actually married. I'm 30. Can I be married and divorced at 30?
You could be married and divorced at like 20.
Oh god. Well, I do have a coworker that kind of is in that situation,
Yeah.
and they're like, they actually are 30. Actually, wait a minute. I think. I think I'm gonna go with 2 rosary for right now. 2 rosary.
Okay.
I'll think about the divorce thing later.
2
Or marry
rosaries
thing.
fine though, you know.
2 rosary.
So let me
Double faith.
also reduce yours by another 1,200. There we.
I'm packing faith.
You have so much money, honestly. It's gonna disappear.
I don't deserve that money. I'm gonna throw it at homeless people or something.
Part of it too is like you didn't have to buy a weapon, so that
Oh,
weapons
yeah.
are one of the more expensive parts of your starting stuff. So
In exchange, I will have no money after this.
yeah, dude, you could buy a scooter. Realistically speaking,
Buy a scooter? I probably wouldn't, but
yeah, it wouldn't make sense to your
I could buy a
character.
scooter.
But like, by the time Rick got through his main stuff, he was already used enough that he could not afford it. Because like, so a photo scooter, which is a scooter that rides on photon energy, so it's actually kind of like hovering there, is a single-person scooter that uses photon energy to glide across the ground. It can go up to 50 kilometers per hour, and has a compartment in it that gives you an extra 1 medium storage slot and 2 small storage slots. And it costs 150,000, which you have 7,000 more left. But if you did that, you also wouldn't necessarily have a lot for consumables. I don't know if it would make sense to your character to have it.
I don't think it does. I don't like this
But
technology.
do you want some consumables to start?
I
So,
do.
equipment-wise, which I actually have to...
That go into my inventory?
Yes, it'll go into your inventory.
Okay.
There's an inventory section. Your character starts with 4 small equipment slots on their body if you don't get any accessories that expand it, and if you don't have any vehicles. Because this is a resource-type system where things are actually practical. So a small equipment slot is basically the size of a pocket or what can fit in a pocket. stretching its value, it could basically be about the size of like a soda can, or even like a wrapped sandwich or something is a small equipment slot. Medium is about 2 of those, right? So stretching what could fit in a medium, you might be able to have like my Yeti microphone in a medium storage slot, and that's probably like the biggest thing you could get in there, right? And then a large storage slot is about 4 medium storage slots. All of your equipment, like your weapon equipment, counts as a large storage slot, right?
Oh, okay.
If you had like a sword or a shield, technically a large storage slot can vary, but for just the ease of breaking things down, even somebody with like a buster sword or a halberd, it's a large storage slot, right? And anything that is an extra large can be broken down into 4 medium, and any medium can be broken down into 2. So you could go only in one direction. Larger slots can hold multiple small things, but small slots cannot be bunched together to hold one large thing because there's like divides and stuff between them, right?
Yeah, because then that would just be a pocket. That's just a bunch of pockets. That's how I'm rationalizing it.
Yeah, you can't like,
it's not
combine
like a suitcase.
Pockets together or anything like that. There still would be the walls between the pockets. So you have, since you didn't pick up anything extra, you have 4 small storage slots, 4 pockets that you can fill. And there's no stacking. There is no stacking. Also, because I'm not letting you get stuff from the general tree for this one shot, you can't have like hammer space or anything either. Even though that would be something that would make sense to your character coming from like an RPG or whatever. We're just not picking those up. When we go to the longer campaign, if you're running the same character, you could pick up hammer space by then, possibly, if you have enough AP. I don't know if you would. Hammer space also costs like 25 AP, so it's like if somebody starts with hammer space, it's literally the only thing they can start with. It takes up all of your starting AP. You're like Team Pack Mule if you pick it up.
Oh my god.
So being able to pick between F and E starting items, we have things that restore health, restore TP, restore SP at different ratings, and some things that are like antidotes and cures and stuff. So we've got cola, an iced coffee, a beer. Obviously, this is like Japanese style, or I guess we have some out of vending machines. Obviously, beer you can get in a can, but these are all canned versions of it, right? So it's like a canned iced coffee, like a canned sake you get from the vending machine.
Coffee feels like the most in character for mine.
It also restores TP. So, which you'll be using.
I use TP, right?
TP. So, one way to break down the difference between like TP and SP in your head is
it's like
actions that will scale off of your weapon, right? Like things would be like, oh, this does 2 times your weapon damage, or whatever. Things that make you do an attack roll will use TP. Things that have their own scaling, like spells and stuff like that, will usually use SP. It's not always the case, but like 90% of the time, that's going to be the case. And since most of what you'll be doing will be your weapon, you'll be
which
using
scales
TP.
off of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what does the cola do again? I'm gonna probably pick up the iced coffee. What does that
Cola restores 10 HP. Iced coffee restores 10 TP. Also, the next tier, there's burger, energy bar, and candy bar, and that's in the same order. It's 40 HP, 30 TP, 30 SP.
Oh, I want a burger.
Yeah.
I want a
you
burger
want
in my life.
just one of those like pre-wrapped store burgers that like in your pocket.
Oh my god, that sounds good. Probably would get stale after a while.
Oh yeah.
But okay, 4. Wait, we're going 4, right? So I think I'll
4
pick
slots.
up 2 coffees. 2 coffees.
2
2 coffees, 2 colas.
And 2 colas. Okay.
Should I try? Right. Wait.
Yeah, you just put a slot.
Because I know it doesn't stack. But okay.
There is like, I believe the way I have the inventory. If I jump over to your thing, I don't have that up for people to see. I really should be scrolling down to your actual inventory. Where's the? Here we go.
2 and 2. Because with now that I know that I have like the limited 4, I feel like to my brain it makes more sense to put amount 1 and then write it twice. But
I just have it set for amount for that though. You don't have to.
Okay. My brain.
You would also, I guess we'll put your money here too, when you're done. So let me type that in. The money in the alliance is called Histon. And the cool thing about this is, if it'll let me. I'll reorder it later because it's lagging. You can actually just drag columns and rows up and down or left to right. So I'll move your wallet to the top afterwards. Crippling debt.
I already did.
No, we'll put like the actual amount in there. Yeah, but that's a good note.
I thought the amount was gonna go here.
No, it's gonna go in the amount. But I'm like, that's a good note. That's a good note. I'll put it in after we're done taking everything away. We're back to this. So that's going to be overall, let's see, 200, 200, 100, 100. That's easy, right? So that you're the 600 minus 600. Very cheap. It's only $100 for, or $100, 100 histon, which is like 100 yen for a cola. That's pretty cheap, you know?
Damn cheap. And that's everything I can spend money on, right?
Well, there is one other thing. We do have. You could buy a passport,
Oh.
and this doesn't take up a pocket slot that goes into your wallet. Don't ask me where your wallet is. Actually, if you only have 4 pockets, it's somewhere on you. You
It's
just
in the
get a
boy
wallet
pocket.
mechanically for free. Could be in your shirt pocket. I don't know, but you have a wallet. The passport is 1,000, and basically it just allows travel outside of Alliance-controlled areas. If you want that. Rick picked one up.
Would I have that? Would I? Probably for
I would
like
think.
commission work, wouldn't I?
Well, also, your hometown is technically like
Yeah, it's not even from
inside the planet, right? Like it's controlled by the Ninlay, but it is a non-aligned city, so they probably would want to see a passport.
Okay.
You
Passport.
probably needed one to get out of it, so well, yeah.
Okay, it's a good thing I asked. Passport. I only have one.
Yep. And I think.
And then just allows travel note.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, after all that, you could still afford a photo scooter.
No, no shut. That's so funny.
So
Please
far,
tell
right
Rick
now,
that.
you have 155,700 left.
Please tell Rick that.
Yeah.
I want him to know.
That you had the ability to.
Yeah. And I will not because it's not
He
a
might
character.
watch this. Yeah. Okay, so if that's it, if that's the last thing you're going to spend, then
Yes.
we need to.
Put the remainder here.
Oh no, you don't get the remainder. Remember?
Oh, that's
So
right.
you're
It's gotta
locking it in.
get. I'm locking it in. Take my money. I don't want it. I don't
Yeah,
need
so I'm
it.
going to multiply that by 0.1, and well, actually, what is your luck stat? 5? It's just 5. But
Base.
it also, I believe, yeah, if it's 5, then it needs to be 500 in this system. So, because it has to be moved over to match the value of the money. It'd be like $5, right? Like it has to be moved over to match that it's supposed to be $5. So plus 500, you have $16,070. That's a decent amount of spending money, actually.
Wait, 16. Wait, how many?
1,070.
I have to write that out. I can't picture that. 16.
So it's 16070.
Oh, 70.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, because I have to
Yeah.
convert it in my brain.
Yeah. That's like $160. You know, that's not bad.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be worse with my amount of debt.
That's okay money for somebody who's like a vagabond or just walking between places.
I love this character so much already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hard on this background. I'm
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
gonna ask for advice or like revision so I understand specifically environment better because I do struggle with sci-fi a little bit. My ADHD doesn't let me focus on very large
Yeah.
paragraphs. But
So-
after that's done, I'm gonna be so locked in.
Yeah, well, Flit also said it'd be a good idea if, like, some of the finished sections, I actually just read them and uploaded them as, like, lore videos, so maybe I'll end up doing that.
Oh, that would be great. That would help me a lot.
Yeah. So next would be talents. We could either do your talents or your abilities first, depending on which one you want to do.
Abilities is listed first, so let's do that.
Well, technically talents is listed before that.
Oh, it's on the
In
dock
the-
here.
In
Abilities
the
is first.
doc it is.
Yeah.
Okay. In the player creation system, it's not. But yeah, we'll go with abilities first.
It's
Okay.
art.
So abilities means we need to open up your vocation page, which I had you leave open another tab. And you start at level 1
I have to find it. I moved it.
with 25 ability points.
Oh boy, I sure hope I pick hammer space. Locations, okay. I want the ones that make me kill things.
You want the ones that make you kill things?
I want big dick damage.
Well, let's look.
Oh, that's TP. Oops, I thought that was points. I'm like, how does this cost 50 if I don't start with that much?
No. So, I was busy reacting to another text. Marsupil's gunning me down for what I want from McDonald's, apparently. So the first abilities you don't have to worry about. I mean, we can put those in later, but when you have a vocation equipped, every vocation comes with a constant and a command ability. And constant ability is basically like a passive. It's always active, right? That's why it's called constant. And command ability is one that you have to use as a command. Abilities can also either be channel or conditional. Channel are the ones that have like a turn count where like I have to either channel it before it can go off, or it might have a note that like this has to be continuously channeled. They could be in either of those ones. And conditional are those are going to be like your reactions and stuff. Like a condition has to trigger this ability.
Oh yes.
Right. So those are the four types of abilities, and you get the natural enemy and the leveler for basically free, right? So natural enemy,
yes,
just constantly you have increased aggression from beast type enemies. So basically,
even redirected. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah. So like you just have aggro towards you as like team tank if you want to be, towards beast type enemies. It's just how it goes, and that is pretty much going to include all Darkbird are beast type enemies. So that really fits your character. Yes. And Leveler is just like an AoE move that scales off your weapon. So those are good to have. The things that cost AP after that, you see the AP cost, that's the stuff you want to get. So for Slayer, my highest recommendation, especially because you're going to get increased aggro, is probably Guard Stance. You'll see a lot of these have prerequisites. So they'll have a start like Fury Stance or Guard Stance, and then you can upgrade those stance by buying the things that have their prerequisites or whatever, right? So Guard Stance is the one where basically you go into batting stance, right? And you sit there and you wait until you get attacked, and then you do something on attack, right? So there's even a counter move in here, which is Requiem, I believe. Yeah, Guard Stance Requiem. When you get attacked during Guard Stance, you get to do an attack action or ability.
That is so cool. I love that.
No, that's the one where you just get bonus damage. That's not the one that has the counter. Which one is it? One of them is supposed to be a counter, but I don't remember which one it is. Let me look.
Wait, is
oh no, that's just the base. The base Guard Stance is the one that has it. Yeah. I think it reduces damage. Oh no, Guard Stance doesn't have a counter. I'm thinking of a different one. Like a different thing altogether. Guard Stance is literally just you will attack after it's done, if you have the upgrade. Like you just get an attack on your next turn or whatever. Yeah.
I think Guard would be good to have, at least for my character.
Yeah, it's just good to have in general. It's 1 AP, you know.
Real quick, is one of them missing one after Leveler? It's Flash Guard. Is that missing an AP? No, that's 15 AP. Never mind. I thought it was missing a TP cost. Never mind. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, Flash Guard does not cost TP. It's just like a free action. because it's conditional. So flashguard.
Okay, yeah, because I'm reading it. Oh, there it
Flashguard
is.
is your. I remember that there was a counter or like not a counter, like a cover move in here, and flashguard's basically
Is
cover.
that it?
You
Oh.
jump to the thing, you just lunge over, as long as they're within like half your movement. So if you stay close enough to somebody and they're within half your movement space, you will
cover.
jump to them and do a cover. Flashguard's pretty cool in that regard.
I don't know if
Then
I'd pick it
because
up,
it's
but I
conditional-
would like to right guard.
Yeah, because it's conditional, it doesn't have a TP cost. Like, it's not just gonna suck your TP away
Okay.
off your turn.
Okay, that's what I was worrying about, because I noticed that was one that was missing TP.
Yeah,
Guard
but-
stance. Do I just
yeah.
write in that's it? Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
I have to
you
put
just-
everything else. Guard
If you want to.
stance.
You can always fill that stuff later, but
Okay,
that's what you're
do it
doing.
later.
Yeah. We just need to know what you're picking up right now. So that's one.
Let me see your war face.
Yeah, you've that's there's a Full Metal Jacket reference in there, yeah. And then there's a prerequisite or a follow-up that uses it, which is like, ah, let me see your war face.
Followed by with many H's. That's so good.
There's a few of the things in here that are references that I hope people get, but you know, whatever.
Well, what's a learned skill? Learned skill?
Okay,
no,
so
learned
there's
ability.
two types of abilities, right? Technically there's three because there's two types of learned. But there's intuitive, which basically means you could just pick it up at any time. Even in battle, you can pick it up. It just takes a turn.
Oh,
like
okay.
you sacrifice your turn. Learned stuff are things you have to take time learning. You don't necessarily need to be taught it or whatever. You just have to be like, we're taking a rest in town. I'm going to take the time to learn it, right? Which means you just don't get to do anything else. And it's basically, it takes like a day. You have to take a day to learn a learned ability. Talents, learn stuff, it might take longer because you have to like reduce the chance of success for learning it. But ability is just like, I'm taking a day to learn this ability. If it has an asterisk next to it, which is probably the one that you noticed, the Master Slayer, that means you have to learn it from somebody like a class trainer or something like that, a vocational trainer who knows the ability.
That couldn't work in a one-shot, right?
No. None of. Well, I mean, you can start out with it saying you've already learned it. That's absolutely fine, because that's your backstory. You're just not going to be able to learn new things because this one shot's going to take place in one day. You won't have the chance to rest. But you're also not going to level. You're not getting AP until everything's done anyway. So that doesn't really matter in this regard. It's like it's whatever you start with.
Because that one sounds fun.
Also, I should tell you, you have 31 total. Even though you're going to be rolling each of your other ones, the same thing I told Rick. The 6 that you would get from making a experienced character, you just get. We're just right now, so we don't have to double back.
Wait, so repeat that?
So you actually get 6 more AP from being an experienced character,
Oh.
even though we're like doing one and then you want to roll each of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 31 total, and you just used 1 for guard stance, so you have 30 left.
30. Okay, I'm gonna highlight that one. I'm gonna look at the other ones real quick, because that one, I do like big kill button on crit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thrill of the Hunt also sounds fun. Oh my god. Dog boost.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have a two-handed sword. Would that still apply to me if I pick that up?
You have a 2-handed weapon.
Yeah, it's weapon, but this one
Right.
says sword.
Which one is it? Thrill of the Hunt?
At the very end, the two-handed sword plus.
Oh, 2-handed sword plus. Yeah, actually, none of these will matter. None of those pluses because you have a living weapon anyway.
Okay, so those don't apply to me.
Yeah.
Flat out. Except HP. Or
Yeah, the
dog
HP
is
and
dodge,
too.
right?
Yeah, it's dodge.
Okay.
I almost wanted to call it reflex, but then I realized that if I just made it, the whole thing is dodge reflex. If I shorthanded it to dog, it'd be funnier. So.
My dog boost. I have a really good dog.
Yeah.
So for every enemy currently bleeding, do I bleed innately? Like, that's not on my kit, is it?
No, well, you could pick up something that causes you to do bleeding in here. There's a couple things that do that.
I saw bleed somewhere. I forgot where it is.
It was one of the Fury Stance ones I know causes bleed. Yeah, Fury Stance Waltz, which is a upgrade to the Fury Stance, does 10% of their current HP, which is what bleed is anyway. I just because I don't have the stats section up on the site yet, I figured I might as well put that right into the move. There is a status section that will be in the adventuring section, but I don't have the adventuring section up, so. You kind of need to be able to figure that out from looking at it. Yeah,
okay, so I have 30. Let me think.
Which is like really funny to basically be cutting somebody with a baseball bat because the move lets you. So
if I bludgeon them enough, maybe. Just break a few bones.
But yeah, you do have 30,
Free
so
sharpness.
you could pick up for 26 ability points Fury Stance and Fury Stance Waltz. Like that is an option.
26. What would I do with the rest of the 4? Because I'm tempted to take that route instead.
Take which one instead?
The other one where I was looking at what was it? The Master Slayer, which is 20.
Oh, yeah.
Like a flat 20. And that would only leave me with 10? I think I'd rather pick up... I would have to leave... Wait, I have to write it as 2. Fury Stance and then Fury Stance Waltz, right?
Yes.
Or... Okay.
To it.
Okay, I'll write them both. I also really like the name. Bias.
And now, AP, you don't have to spend all of it, though, if you don't want to. AP as a resource does not disappear if you don't spend it at the start. AP is a banked resource that stays with you. It only go like when you spend it. I should also let you know when we get to the talent section. Talent points do disappear if you don't spend them. You also don't get talent points from leveling. The way that works, if you want to get more talent points in the future, is that you can take one of your banked AP or any amount, but it's at this ratio, and turn it into 10 talent points. But if you have to use whatever you're going to use there, whenever you're done learning talent after converting it, those also disappear.
Oh, okay, then it makes more or not makes more sense, but it's better that I'm doing abilities first then.
Yeah.
Since I'll know how much remainder I have. Okay.
Yeah, but you do start off with a certain amount of talent points. So.
Yeah. But if I was like speccing into something really specific, that would be good to know.
Yeah.
I thought that said terracotta. I thought it was Fury Stance terracotta.
It's there's also another direction with like attribute points. So every time you level, you get 1 attribute point. That does disappear if you don't use it. You can just choose not to use your attribute point. That's an option.
I think lastly I'll just pick up Guard Stance Aria since it's only 5. Leave me with 1.
Okay.
I'll do that.
And if you also don't want to level, like you want to be, I don't know, maybe like a normal sidekick character. That's not what you're playing, but you want to be like supporting a normal human. You can always choose to just not pick up more attribute points because that would ultimately start making you stronger. And every time you get an attribute point, you can convert it to 1 AP on level up to get an additional AP. And which then, if you're like, well, I don't want to spend AP on anything else because then I'll start getting stronger because I have nothing else except for the strong things to spend it on. You could then convert both your AP into 20 talent points, and you could just become like a really, really talented normal person. Like that is just like an option in this game.
Where it's like you can't really fight well, but you're just so skilled that literally everything else outside of combat, people keep you around for that reason. That's like a Reagan Arataka move.
Or like if you wanted to play something like Batman, right? And you're like, I already have all of the combat skills I ever need, but I don't want to get physically stronger. Yeah, you could be like, well, I'm going to start upgrading my negotiation abilities, and I'm going to start, all of those other things. My mechanics. I'm going to start upgrading my mechanic abilities more, and things. My crafting abilities.
That is the opposite of the character I'm playing.
Very opposite. But I'm just saying, like, the system is built to do that if people want to play the game that way.
Oh yeah. That is so fun. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
'Cause,
I
like,
love this.
one of the whole things about the system, I at the very beginning, I say one of the features is power creep, but I don't, and character development. And I don't think people understood because they probably think like power creep just means characters get physically stronger. I'm like, no, 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 no. It's your character can be built
Multifaceted.
forever in whatever direction you want to build them forever. That's what it means. And even if you want to be a weak, normal human, but you want to be the most talented normal human on the planet, that can go on forever. Because you could start hyper specializing. So as are there any other APs you're picking up or any ability points, or did you spend
Nah.
what you're gonna spend? Okay, you're just gonna
I'm
keep the rest?
spending. I have one left over.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Let me
Where's
get
the
to
talent?
the talent section. I think I might have
Is
accidentally.
it here?
It's going to be in the main player section, like the player's manual. There's a section that says talents.
Let me find that. There it is. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a perfect time to talk about this while you're looking for it. When you, I actually have to pull this whole thing up as well. When you pick up talents, you can also pick up specialized versions of the talents. So there's the base ones,
Oh.
but if you're reading like the actual detailed sections on talents there, you'll see that there are other versions. So like driving, there's driving cars, driving mechs. So if you have the generalized one, it makes you kind of better at doing everything, but you don't get any advantages on specialized tasks, right? So let's say your character's never piloted a ship before, like a spaceship. It's like you still have the ability to try to, but it's going to be more difficult, right? But if somebody specifically has driving spaceships, it'll be an easier test or task check for them to pass. But it also means if they only have the specialized version, then they're not going to be as good at driving cars or anything else outside of their specialty, right? They're trade-offs. But somebody like that who just wants to only invest in maybe more of the role-playing and outside of combat events parts, they could start picking up specialized talents and stuff like that. Like they could just be like, I want to learn how to speak every language. I want to learn how to drive every vehicle. I want to pick up multiple forms of art or whatever, right? Like whatever I think will help me. I want to learn all the bits of computing. That is an option. So you start off with 200 points to just spend in any of the genre talents as you want. The talents are broken down by genre, right? So you know, and here's the problem, if you want to lock in your disadvantages, you need to lock them in now.
Yep.
Because we need to know, aside from a sci-fi you locked in, if there's any other one that you have to spend 2 to 1 on.
What if I just avoid them? But that would suck. Dang it. What if I flip a coin?
You could, totally. But you can't spend less than 10 points to learn a talent. And at start, it may not exceed 50 times your starting level, right? And you're building this as a level 1 character, even though you're going to roll more.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the thing, if we don't want to double back, right, we could just let you do all of that stuff as well, right? Like right now, as you're level 5, it'd be easier than doubling back. So technically, none of them can exceed 250 points. I don't think you're going to throw like 250 all into one thing anyway.
Unless someone be really acrobatic.
Let's see, how much do you start with? I'm trying to remember. Plus your 200, you also get... Oh, that's right. You don't get any bonuses after level 1, unless you spend it, right? So if you wanted to spend your 1 AP left on 10 more TP, you could. I don't know why I was blanking on that. So you just get 200 plus whatever AP left over that you want to spend, if you want to spend it on that.
Okay.
I like just
I did see
explained
prayer.
that too, and like I don't know why my mind was blanking on it. Probably because you're the second person. Like with Rick, I was stumbling through this because he was the first person I've ran through character creation. I've created a
Yeah.
couple characters myself, but as the person who made it, it's really easy for me to just go through and
To
do
understand
exactly
it,
what I
yeah.
want to do. Yeah. Running somebody else through it, my mind is all over the place. I'll get better at running people through it the more I run through it. But also, I think it's a good show of like if somebody else was trying to GM and run through it because they're having to learn the whole system and they're not the ones who made it. So
Yes.
this is all the beta stuff. Yeah. So which talents appeal to you?
Prayer. Prayer. What did that do? I want
Oh,
prayer. I
prayer.
want
Yeah,
the faith ones. Give me
that's gonna be
faith.
all the way down. I figured you'd be wanting prayer. Let me go.
do.
I think is prayer the horror section?
It's under horror. Horror.
Yeah, so it should be
It's
just
listed under horror
above.
here.
Yeah, yeah. Should be. Is prayer not written in here? Did I forget to write a thing on prayer?
Uh-oh.
I think I might have. Unless it ended up in the wrong section. Prayer is supposed to be like your ability to like ward things away. I may have forgot to put prayer.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't actually see it in my my description list, but that's what it's supposed to be. I'll have to
Whoopsie.
write it down.
The ability to ward. What again? Evil?
Like,
Malady?
Just all kinds of things, right? It's kind of like a different form of
Oh, okay.
meditation, but it doesn't do the same thing as meditation does, or trance. Trance covers meditation. But I think, you know why it's not in here? I think I changed the
Why?
name on the list, or changed the name on my description, but I didn't change the name on the list, right? Let me double check that they're
Prayer's so
both
good.
not in here. Let me see how many things are here.
Oh my god, I know which one Doc's gonna take.
Version, escape, stealth, trance. Because I think I only put 6 for each one. Yeah, okay, that's the problem. Is I forgot to actually delete prayer from the list when I changed the name of prayer. Prayer's divination. They're the same thing. It got doubled up in there because I changed
I
the
saw
name
divination
of it.
too.
Yeah, I changed the name of it and I forgot to delete the prayer from the list. That's why I'm confused. Prayer is just divination. It even says in divination's thing. That's why sometimes it is prayer. Like it literally says that in there. Sometimes it's fortune reading. Sometimes it's an attempt to ward off danger. It doesn't matter what you believe in, so much as it matters that you believe, right? So it's like a faith scaling thing.
I'm putting divination in here.
Yeah. I'm probably going to, because I'm looking at my document version. I'm going to delete it from my document right now, but I'm going to have to remember later to actually go in and edit the page to get rid of it too. It ended up in the list long term. It wasn't supposed to be there. Delete.
Is related attribute the stat that's listed here, right?
Yes, yeah. So
Okay,
the
double checking.
related, basically it's remember the other game when you default? That's basically what it is, right? So if you don't know the talent, you can still use it at like half the stat related to it. More or less.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, obviously prayer. There's also why I said horror wasn't, or divination, why horror wasn't one of the ones that you wanted to be able to have a disadvantage on, because a lot of the stuff related to your character is technically under the horror category.
Okay. Now I know what to look for here, at least.
Right.
Because I thought it was weird that, where is it, camping? Yeah, camping, even though it's adventure, it uses faith.
Yeah.
Why is it the faith stat?
Have you ever gone camping?
Yeah, but it's always like in these...
Oh,
not
so you've never
cabins.
gone real camping.
No, I've gone real camping, and I hated it because I hated the sleeping arrangements. But it's how do I put this? Like, there's other people camping nearby, so it's like
Yeah.
communal camping. But there's almost like areas where people have obviously been in before. There's like tables, so it's like almost like designated areas, I guess. So it's like I
Yeah.
guess faith where you put the tent.
No, like if you go like real camping, which can still be
God
communal,
no.
but like you have to like hike
Yeah.
out to where you're camping and everything, right?
Ugh.
And there's like not even there's a lot of faith involved in camping,
Oh my god.
especially involving like the weather,
Oh
eating,
yeah.
all that. Camping is an
The game.
activity that rides on faith. So that's that. I used to be a scout, so like I know how much faith is involved in camping.
Okay, absolutely fair. I just
Yeah.
thought it was really funny. I just didn't like sleeping on the floor. Or maybe it's insomnia. I don't know. I genuinely
Yeah.
could not sleep when I went camping, and I hated that. I would wake up tired. God.
Yeah.
But would that make sense for my character if I'm a vagabond?
Yeah,
Eh?
probably. And it's also the stat you like, so why not? It's a good stat to have.
Camping. Camping. I put camping.
Camping.
Camping. Because I'm looking by faith and then looking by horror genre. The next one being disguise?
Yeah, I don't know if you need disguise. I was thinking more
Eh?
like escape wouldn't necessarily be that bad for you, because even if you're not trying
Or
to
is
escape, escape
Oh.
still works in the opposite direction too, right? Like if something's trying to escape you,
Oh. Okay.
right? Like both things are involved.
Escape.
Even trance
Definitely
wouldn't
not
necessarily
driving.
be bad, because while it is what you need to be able to enter like meditation or hypnosis, it's also to not be hypnotized. Right, so like
Oh, okay.
trance is also your resistance to trance.
Okay, I'll pick that up.
Yeah.
I do not like other people's no, not maladies. What do you call like bad spirits? Malicious spirits?
Malevolent
Perhaps.
intent, I guess. I don't know.
Malevolent. That's what it was. I don't like your malevolent spirits. Get away.
Mhm.
Gambling? Gambling? I know Doc's
Gamba.
picking that one up.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
he's gonna pick that up in my soul.
I think
What
other
about
things your character
intimidation?
might need. Intimidation, I guess, probably wouldn't be bad for your character.
I'll put that in there. I don't think knots.
I think
Knots.
tracking. If there's anything from Noir you
Oh,
want, it's probably
tracking.
for like tracking the things you're hunting down, right?
I'm just gonna write down intimidation just for now.
Yeah, no, absolutely want nothing from sci-fi, even though you have the disadvantage.
And none of it.
You don't need chemistry, computing, driving, mechanics, medicine, scavenging. Well, actually, scavenging wouldn't necessarily be bad, but you don't need it. Because what you would want more is like foraging, right?
Yes. Wait, foraging is in here? Wait, yes it is.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Foraging. Foraging.
Even slice of life, the only thing I
Investigation?
can think you would want from that one is like cooking.
True, but what if I'm like a dog water chef?
That's true. Yeah. No. Do you need investigation?
Do I? Because I already have tracking. What would investigation do for me? People who
Investigation
are
is kind
evil?
of like your just like inquiry in general, like talking to people, figuring things out, information you didn't have before. It's just the ability to like discover information within an environment, right?
How smart am I?
I have no
Am I
clue.
that smart, or do I care? I think the better question is, do I care?
You're not stupid. Your character's average. Yeah, but it's the care that's the part that matters.
Yeah, does he care?
Probably not.
I'll skip it then.
Realistically, yeah.
I don't think I care about human affairs. No, not human, but like mortal affairs, because we're not human. Music. Ew. Navigation? Oh my god, I have dyslexia. Navigation and negotiation look like the same word.
Oh no,
Do I
they're
need
different
navigation?
words. Navigation, that's like reading maps, memorizing landmarks. That's like being able to actually figure out where you're going and not getting lost.
God guides me. God is my navigation. I don't need the
Well,
skill.
technically, you're ignoring what the related like stat is for any of this stuff because you use faith for everything. So even if you had to use navigation at like half the rate, you'd still be using faith for it. You'd be using faith for all of this.
You know what? I'm putting navigation because that's funny.
Yeah.
I love faith.
Definitely don't need animal handling. That's not something you do.
Nah.
I don't know if you care about knots.
Nah.
People are going to wonder why I put knots there. That is the bias of being a scout. But, like, God, knots are an important skill for life in general. Just everything involving life. That's why it's in the
All
adventure.
I know is the butterfly loop.
You gotta know a lot of knots, man. You gotta know a lot of knots.
I know only the knots for the ladies.
Anything from the action you needed. Acrobatics. Athletics. Obviously you need athletics.
Oh, duh. Athletics.
Duh.
That was the first one I pointed out. Didn't even write it.
Obviously you need athletics.
I gotta be the baseballer.
Yeah. How many did you pick up so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many can I pick up again?
You can pick up, technically, up to 10 at the start, because you can't have less than 10 points in it, and you have 200 points. So, I think, or technically up to, not 10, up to 20, because you have 200 points.
Okay.
So you're fine, actually, up to 20, because that would be 10 points in each thing.
Okay, so that's being ranked, so I'm just gonna put 20 on each for now. Oops.
Yeah, if you only have 10, and that's probably fine, honestly. 10 start, 20 of each.
Wait, I have 9 though.
9, yeah.
Do I need anything else real quick? Wait, let me double check my counts. Right?
Let's see. Well, your language
9
rating at 50 is free. All right, so you can put like language common. That's fine. You could pick up something more specialized if you wanted.
Like what? 50?
I don't know. Do you want like history or knowledge on something? Do you want like bestiary, dark brood? Do you just want to have knowledge on the stuff you're hunting?
Yes, actually, I feel like that would make the most sense. If
Okay,
I'm gonna tunnel vision onto one thing as a character, I think that would make the most sense.
Yeah, you can either call it Studies Dark Brood or Bestiary Dark Brood if you you specifically want to say yeah, because they're basically the same thing. I just like the word Bestiary. There's no set name for that. Like lore, whatever you want to call it, it's fine. You just want to be specific onto
20?
how you want to know. Yeah, you can fill the rest of your stuff with that. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
all
totally in your
10.
character. Yep. And
Perfect.
I think that's everything. Outside of the last thing we need to do is finish your rolls, right, for your upgrades.
My rolls. Wait, which one?
Yeah, because you have to level up, right? To
Oh,
level 5. So we have to do 4.
Can I put all my level ups into morale?
You can. You can put all 4
Yes!
attribute points into morale. Is that what you want to do?
God, yes.
Okay, so I'll raise your morale to 9. I think. Well, actually, we have to do it one at a time.
Oh.
Yeah, for me,
level
you
up?
don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I do.
I'm gonna put it as 9 here then.
Because I have to do it for each of your rolls. I'll do all of that. I'll increase your HP and stuff afterwards. I just need to get your rolls. But that makes it easy. I don't have to know what you're adding for each one. I can just add one more morale each time.
Yes.
So it's less complicated than what I was doing for
I need nothing else.
So I'm going to, I guess up here, I'll use these slots to track your rolls, and then I'll delete them later over in the stat thing. You can't see it. This is all for me. But if you still have Roll20 open.
Yeah, how do I roll dice?
It's
slash what?
R space and then your die, right?
What was it again? D what?
Your hit die is a D8. And if you want, since I know how this has to go, you could literally do 4. I said you could have done 4 D8, but you could do them each individually too.
But I like
because they'll show
doing
me
them
what the individual rolls are. So yeah, your first one is a 6. You could just go roll each of the 4d8 that you need to do for hit, even if you want to do them individually. Because the way you're doing this just makes it super, super easy for me to do this without having to keep track of things.
I did an extra. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did a 5th. Oops.
Okay. So it's just the first ones. The 2, the 1, and the 4. Got it. And then your tech die is going to be d10, so you can do the same thing with your d10s.
Oh my god. It was 4, right? 6. Then it's
1, it's 4 d10.
2. Nice. 3. 4. Ew.
Yeah, those are not
God.
good rolls. Well, one of them's okay, a good roll, but...
Well, I was gonna say, 2 really high rolls once. Ew. That's my luck right there. That's my luck.
Yep. They
Officer,
end up
that's
almost
my luck right
averaging
there.
out. That's slightly below average.
Right?
And then 4d4. Or,
Ew.
sorry, 4d8.
4d4. Oh.
4d8, sorry. I don't...
How
I
did
already
you
had the
multiple
word 4 in my head, so... What did you say?
How do you do multiple again? I forgot how
So
you
you
did
just
that.
put /r, and then you put the number, so it would just be all one word, 4d8.
Oh, nice!
Yeah,
2
see,
8s.
That's much easier, right? Like, just done that for all of them.
True, but
8,
I wanted to do it the other way.
3, 7.
I felt like
That's above average. So that's good for your spirit, I guess. Especially because I think I forgot to put
hoops,
it.
not my hoops.
Yeah, your
they
hoops
scale up,
actually
right?
have to use SP for HP. It'll be half your SP as their HP.
Okay, that's good.
And also they have SP. I think I forgot to put it in there, and I need to fix it. They actually have to use SP to attack. It's not a large amount, but
Like, say if there's an enemy that drains it or something.
Yeah,
That'd be important.
But it's they don't always attack every single time on your turn, unless you tell them to. And it is an extra. Or I think I make it an empty action, like, or it might be completely free. But they do need SP to be able to do their attack. So you may, if you're like in a boss fight or something, like just spam it, right? But you might like not have them attack against most mobs or whatever.
Oh yeah, if I need to preserve it.
Yeah. Though if they do die and they come back, they do come back with all of their resources. So sometimes letting them die might be the solution. You just have to like wait until the next turn to respawn them. Okay, but I think that's everything. I think that's everything we need for you. Yeah. And everything else, I could just go in. I could fill in the gaps later, like I did with Rick, and I'll piece this together. But I think this took us 2 hours-ish to do. But there was like a little delay, and we did get a little rambling, so it's a little faster than Rick's. We'll see how long it takes for Doc. But yeah. I'll cut it here.